Now to Pete Matthew to present platform project.
Thanks folks, and again a warm welcome. I'm very aware I'm one of two people in between you and your lunch, so I promise to keep you a very short time. If we needed an excuse to have Justin down, we are today and last night in Penzance launching Platform, which is an exciting thing for us. Platform is something called a wrap. Bob says everybody's talking about it, but nobody's talking about wrap outside the industry. That's just what we talk about because we're a bit sad like that. But what a wrap is it's an aggregation software website thing. Are we clear? No? Okay. No. There are many different, what we would call a tax wrappers available. So a pension, an ISA, a bond, an offshore bond, a SIP. These are sort of boxes which have tax rules applied to them. Okay? And different ones serve different purposes. Within those tax wrappers, you can have one of many thousands of funds available, or direct shares, or gilts. There's many options for investment and many options for tax wrappers. But the problem is, traditionally, you might go to Standard Life for a pension, you might go to Jupiter for their funds, you might go to a stockbroker for your direct share portfolio, but then you end up with about 1 million different pieces of paper and no real easy way of keeping it all together. So what a wrap does is it aggregates all that and pulls it together into one platform, all of course these days based on the internet, but which just enables us to hold things together. But you could argue, well, you know, the internet is it secure? There are concerns about that. Why have one? Why not just continue the status quo as we've always done? Well, we're finding our clients have increasingly complex affairs. If you've been with more than one employer, chances are you've got 2 or 3 pension funds, maybe amassed some personal pension plans on the way. If you've been investing in PEPs originally and now ISAs, chances are you've probably picked up anything up to 15, 16, 17 individual PEPs and ISAs over the years. And of course you're getting statements twice a year from each of those providers. So people's affairs are getting more complex just as we go through life and more options become available. But what we've found is there's actually increasingly little to choose between, say, a pension with Scottish Widows from one with Standard Life or Norwich Union or Legal & General. They're all much the same, to be honest. Competition and the internet and commoditisation just means that there's not a lot to choose between each company. We traditionally, financial advisors, are dreadful commission-hungry salesmen, of course, and what we do is we pick products for you. Well, that's actually not what we do anymore, because you can do that on the internet yourself, moneysupermarket.com. We have become financial planners, and the product at the end of it, if there is one at all, is just a commodity, something you buy off the shelf. You can even get life assurance and equity release at Tesco, for crying out loud. So, you know, the world has changed. And what we found was we talked with clients is really the clients do not care a jot what product they end up with as long as it doesn't lose them any money. And as long as it's cheap charging and as long as at the end of the day what they wanted to achieve happens. So what a wrap does is it fixes the product thing. You know, we have a wrap, and on a wrap you can have pensions and ISAs and OITs and PEPs and bonds and SIPs and all sorts of things. But we had to choose one because, as you can imagine, if this is the future, the traditional providers have got on the bandwagon, and there are many to choose from. So we had decided we wanted to implement a wrap, and we had to go and look for one. We wanted one which was versatile, open architecture, and what that means is, for example, Standard Life have a wrap. Standard Life are an insurance company. But if you have a wrapped product with Standard Life, it means you have Standard Life's pension, Standard Life's bond, Standard Life's ISA. It's not an independent product, it's theirs, and which means they're dictating costs and funds available and things like that. We didn't want anything to do with that. We wanted limitless investment choice. People are becoming more sophisticated with their investments. They're not happy with a balanced managed fund from Jupiter anymore. They want to know about ETFs. They want to invest in global water. They want to invest in little niche investments which you can't get from a bog standard wrap. We wanted access to all those things. Obviously we wanted low costs, and perhaps most importantly of all, we wanted to be able to drive the development of the wrap that we chose. I'm a bit of a geek myself. I love technology, so I wanted to, you nodding at me, Simon, I wanted to have input into that. So we've done a great deal of work, and Our relationship with 7IM over the last 4 years has been arguably the best decision as a business we've ever made. And because of our relationship with them, they have given us a window onto their dealing platforms, which we have branded. So it's a pleasure to announce today Platform, which is without question the most powerful of its type available today, which we're having a hand in developing, and we're really excited about this. It is completely open architecture. There is pretty much any SIP available in the country you can hold on this platform. Pretty much any offshore bond you can hold on the platform. Any share, any gilt, any fund, if it's tradable on a stock market anywhere, you can buy it on our wrap. It's very low charging, just a flat 0.25% a year, plus there are some dealing fees in some cases. And it gives us all kinds of tools, so you can have pensions and ISAs and bonds and everything, and we can aggregate the whole thing and tell you how exposed you are to North America, for example. So the tools it provides us with are fantastic. What it will enable us to do is to get on with what we're good at, which is sort of sitting over your kitchen table and chatting to you and working out what you want to achieve and helping you do that, rather than worrying about the product at the end of it. That is now fixed. We've got what we think is the best on the market. One thing which I'm excited about is that this platform will enable us to offer decent financial planning to the little guy, the guy who at the moment goes to the bank and gets screwed over. Okay? I'm really pleased about that. Part of me militates against the best advice not being available to the little guy. It will obviously increase our efficiency as a company, which will help us do our job better. And it will make our clients' lives easier, particularly with their annual reporting. So instead of having 50 statements to give to your accountant at the end of the year, you can have just one, with all your tax, capital gains and income tax things all aggregated. So we're very excited about that, and I imagine that's come across. And it's great to launch that today.